Butthole,
When
right?
you was doing that fucking
nose.
ninja moves,
Did you
like,
picture?
I don't know what
Did you
that-
picture Eskimo kissing Eric's anus with your nostrils?
with an Eskimo kissing Eric's anus with my nostrils.
They're so cute.
What's up? Welcome to Startup X, episode 38. I'm your host, Six Sensei. Joining me today is Sig Lawless.
What's up?
And Six Psycho.
What's happening?
If you want to see your gameplay featured right here, gameplay.
Your gameplay. This is gameplay day.
If you want to see your gameplay featured right here on the Startup X Gaming News Podcast, all you got to do is save it to your vault labeled Startup X. And let me know in the comment section below that you have it. And add to your PlayStation account X2SIGTV. It's down below, whatever. All this information's in the comment section below if you can't see it or whatever have you. Anyway, let's get started with the agenda. 1 week from from E3. We're excited about E3.
I was.
Yeah, so you just ruined it.
Anyway, I'm excited about E3. I can't wait to see what people are going to bring to the table. Obviously, Sony, like they did 2 years prior and a little bit last year, they're leaking a bunch of their news now because nobody's talking Microsoft. Nobody's talking about any of the other developers, like we said last week. So they just said, before E3, while everybody else is clammed up, we're going to release some of the stuff. So, Last of Us they've released a new trailer. Last of Us is Naughty Dog, the creators of Uncharted series. It's a PlayStation exclusive, and they released a new series, a new trailer. And it makes me even more excited for the game I was already excited for, in that to just have more enemies than just the infected.
It brings more of a dynamic to the whole game.
To the whole game. And what did you see about it? What interests you about this game?
What interests me is that the story looks like it's going to be really complex. It's going to be entertaining the whole way through. You know, it's not just going to be your typical survival horror with some creepy little monster chasing you and, you know, all bullshit and all dumb and stupid, you know.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And you, sir? Same shit?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited about it because I think, looking at the trailer, right, most people say, oh, it's I Am Legend kind of thing. Well, I Am Legend was one of the only horror type of things that wasn't set in the dark. It wasn't set in the smoke and dark, and it was a scary movie that was set in, most of the time, daylight. Yeah. A lush environment. And that's why it gets kind of compared to that. And it's interesting to see that a developer go with a series that's going to be survival horror, yet it's not in the dark. It's not set in a typical scary environment. And I can't wait. I mean, Naughty Dog is a trusted developer, right? They did Uncharted series, which is a phenomenal series overall. And I just can't wait to see. I mean, the graphic fidelity that they've given us in Uncharted is
Mediocre at best.
trollololo is probably one of the, it's compared to some of the best games out there, the best looking games out there, and obviously they're going to bring us that same level of fidelity in The Last of Us. So I mean, I'm really interested to see what they're going to bring. But more on Sony news. Sorcery released today. It's one of the first games. Now we record this on Tuesday. This release was either Wednesday or Thursday. It released today. And it's one of the first games ever on console to be pre-downloaded. What that means is you can pre-order the game on the PlayStation Network and download pretty much the whole game and then just get like an unlock code. Just like Steam or just like anything you do on PC.
Just download like a couple hundred kilobyte activation key.
Exactly. That interests me because that is like another little step towards, online, download only titles and just download titles in general. That's another step. And just like what we're going to talk about in a minute with the next gen consoles, that's kind of a step, kind of a test series. Like you said, what did you say earlier about it?
Yeah, like they probably know that it's not going to be like this huge, great selling game, but it's going to sell enough units to where they would, get a pretty good example of how it's going to act, and people are going to react to it.
Get a test market going on.
I think it's a good idea.
Take a potentially smaller game and do this with it, rather than try to do this with a big like new Killzone or something like that. That a million people are going to download on the same time,
and then crash the server and nobody gets the fucking game.
Exactly. Do it with a smaller game, something that people may not be interested in. I mean, what Sorcery got like a 7.5 on IGN.
Which is not bad.
It's not bad. No, it's a good score. That's a very good score. It's a move game. It's one of the only move games that I was ever truly interested in. Like just as a a move title in itself, and I'm still not interested in it. Like I just want to sell my move. I'm not interested in motion controls at all. Overall, yeah, we both me and Psycho both went into this endeavor and felt the burn from from Sony's lack of support.
You can't sell it,
to say the least.
You got a clap from the move, huh?
Yeah,
the move was just a failed endeavor overall, in my personal opinion, and I think you would have to agree.
Yeah,
just a big burly fail. But Sorcery was one of those games. 2 years ago we saw at E3 and it looked pretty cool. It's basically a knockoff, a rip-off of Harry Twathead. And I mean, it looked okay. It looked like a decent game. It looked like it controlled well, but it looked like it was a good demo of the, a good tech demo of the technology. But overall, PlayStation Move in my heart has died. Overall. So anyway,
I don't think it was ever alive.
It was alive for me for a couple minutes.
I agree with you. I watched you play that one game over here that one day.
Was it Tumble?
You just like stacking
moving blocks around? Yeah, Tumble.
Man, they got that at Chuck E. Cheese, bro. Like, how innovative is that? Like, my 4-year-old daughter, I take her to eat and play that game at Chuck E. Cheese. Like, I mean, come the fuck on right now.
First day I bought the move, I was like, I'm not that impressed with it.
Yeah, I was mildly impressed with the technology, but unfortunately, just like everything else, Sony didn't support it very well.
Yeah. It's high precision motion controls, so you can precisely move this block.
Thank you for making that sound so goddamn whack. Appreciate you. Moving on to more news. Bungie is, of course, the developers of the entire Halo series until now, right? 343 Industries took over the Halo series. Bungie, codenamed Destiny, is their new game released. Kind of, that's the codename for the next game. And Activision is publishing the title. I mean, it's described as a sci-fantasy game, which I don't really know what that means. Basically sci-fi, just like Halo, huh? Go figure.
It's like sci-fi elements mixed with fantasy elements. So
mixed
you
with what?
You
mixed
ride
with
on dragons
Warcraft?
with fucking lightsabers, like some shit like
God.
that, laser pistols while you're fucking dragons.
All things I don't give two shits about, to be honest with you. But
that's why you're a nerd, because you don't care about sci-fantasy.
I'm a nerd because I don't care about sci-fantasy. Thanks for clarifying. Appreciate you. It's going to be an action shooter, probably a first-person shooter game, and it's set to come out in the beginning of fall of 2013. And then the fall of 2015 and 2017 and 2019. And this is kind of that's their release schedule. And it's described as World of Warcraft in space in a first-person shooter, and speculation leads us to believe that it will be a subscription-based thing, like a World of Warcraft, and that's something that we all kind of agree we're not ready for. A subscription-based first-person shooter.
Not that I'm not ready for it. I'm not gonna do it, dude.
Agreed.
I pay for the game. I'm not gonna pay by month to keep playing it.
Yeah, bro. That's like EA releasing that shit about the premium shit with Battlefield, subscription, premium, and
stupid.
I'm not gonna pay for that shit.
Nope.
I
Dude, as much as I love Battlefield, I'm not paying for a premium.
There's already, EA's already making money with the game, making money with all the servers, making money with all the people who pay for the unlocks, which is bullshit. The early unlock nonsense that just completely negates everything y'all worked hard for, and me a little bit. Somebody with a little cash in their pocket just go, oh, I'm going to unlock everything, and they feel cool about it. They're already making all this money, and, it's just nonsense. Overall, it's just nonsense.
But as far as, subscription-based shit, I've never been into it. I've never done it because I've never been a PC gamer. I've never had to.
Yeah,
so,
I agree with you.
I pay for my online service for Microsoft. I don't want to pay for your fucking to play your game.
I mean, how many different ways are they going to nickel and dime us until it's too much?
Dude, the gaming industry is one of the few industries that's actually profiting right now. You don't need to rape us while you're at it, you know?
True.
Like, I mean, if this is going like PC only, then I would understand that. You know, they probably download the game for free and then pay their subscription.
So we talked about that in the past. We talked about a free to play, and then maybe you pay a subscription or you buy upgrades or unlocks, and you know advance through the game. You buy an expansion pack, or you know maybe there's a free to play. Maybe this, just for an example, maybe this Bungie game, Destiny, is a free to play game. But you pay your subscription, and then you pay a little extra to get past to Prestige or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, something along those lines.
I mean, that's a good scenario, but we are talking about Activision here. So.
Oh, God, yes, this is Activision. And to go a little further, they're going to release the game in 2013, 15, 17, and 19. And then each year in between that, the 14, 16, 18, there's going to be an expansion pack for each game.
This better be a big fucking expansion pack, dude.
I have to
dude,
say,
if it's like WoW in space, dude, the WoW expansions are deep.
I have to say that I'm confident that, let's say a multiplayer, right? Bungie's going to make a multiplayer first-person shooter set in space and all that shit. They're going to, say it launches, I'm sorry, hold that thought. Say it launches with 15 maps. The next year, they're probably going to give you 15 more maps. But I really feel like they could benefit more by spreading that out and giving you 4 and 4 and 4 and another game. Obviously, that's the Call of Duty way that Activision knows that works. Why wouldn't they do that?
I think it's a moot point anyway because I mean this expansion, it's a subscription based game anyway, dude. They're not gonna have that. They're not gonna have many people playing if they make it subscription based.
So I'm just curious because I don't play WoW. If you play WoW, you subscribe to get the expansion. Do you have to buy it?
You still have to buy the game.
Fuck.
You gotta buy the game, and
they're making some cheese on that, huh?
Well, dude,
nice.
Look at DC Universe. DC Universe is a perfect example. It was a console game that was a subscription based.
Well, it was also on PC.
It was everywhere.
Yeah.
But
PS3, PC.
It didn't do very well, dude. As soon as they made it free to play, their servers crashed because they had so many people downloading it.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, subscription service is not the way to go.
And we've talked about this before. Like I said, we've talked about subscription service is not the model that's going to take over the future. And that's my prediction. I mean, I don't know if you two agree. I think free-to-play plus, if you want to advance your character, if you want to move on in the game, they're going to have to give you something in order for them to take something away from you. And that's just the model that's going to have to happen. There's no two ways about it, right?
I mean, you want to make money after your game sales, devote some time to DLC. Don't be a fucking douchebag about it and just tack on shit and be like, well, here you go. For $20 you get these few things that fucking suck.
Yeah,
we were probably going to put on disc anyway.
Battlefield, like what Bad Company did, they made a couple squad maps. They made them conquest maps in their DLC.
Yeah, most definitely. That's exactly what they did.
They just flip-flopped.
Limited the outline of the map and made it a squad map or something crazy. So, I don't know. I mean, subscription-based first-person shooters, I just can't see it. I can't see subscription-based. Would I pay monthly to play Call of Duty? It's tough for me to say, yeah. I probably would end up doing it, but it's tough for me to say definitely that I would. But, okay.
Do it in a heartbeat.
Okay, maybe I would do it for Call of Duty, but does that mean I'm going to do it for Bungie's game? Does that mean I would play? I would ever touch?
At this point, to me, Bungie holds really no credibility. It's like you had Halo, you were kind of killing the franchise, then you moved on to Activision, and it was like, now here we go. Let's start fresh and new. So we're gonna come up with an MMO again with Activision. Activision is the fucking next to Microsoft. They're the most devilish company out there. The
most money hungry mofos in the planet of gaming. I agree. So I don't know. I mean. It's a touchy subject overall. We're going to find out more next week, E3. I'm super excited. So let's move on. Black Ops 2. We learned a little bit about the campaign recently. I mean, we knew about it a little bit, but it was it was a moot point overall. But I learned a little bit more, and I kind of got a little bit more into it because, quite frankly, for me personally, and I guarantee you're the same way. I've never, ever been interested in the Call of Duty campaign in my entire life.
I thought Modern Warfare 2 was a little cool, but it wasn't nothing I was going to go, to work and talk about with all the guys. Like, yo, dude, did you see that? Did you play that level of Modern Warfare 2?
You play that No Russian mission where we shot all the people? No.
Yeah, no.
Who gives a shit?
Black Ops tried to take that in a new direction and to give you more of a storyline that was, interesting and complex and all that.
And it still turned out to be the
it still
same old.
But majority of the people were like, "Oh, that's the best campaign of Call of Duty that I've ever played." So Treyarch's trying to build on that and give you a more fleshed out campaign, more options and all that good shit. And it's like, that's cool, for people who want that. I don't particularly care about it, but if you can get me into it with all this new shit you're adding, then cool, whatever. But I'm not concerned with that. Like I'm buying this game for your multiplayer.
It's true. So
but that's just the point we're at right now with Call of Duty.
That's all we care about is the multiplayer. Yeah. But what I was about to say is that this is the first campaign in Call of Duty history that I've actually been, now I'm not going to say extremely interested in, but mildly interested in. I may actually make a point to play this campaign.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you feel the same way after what we heard. Now let me run through this real quick. Now the campaign is going to have branching paths in its storyline, much like a Mass Effect or something along those lines. And it's going to have sandbox, aspects to it, decisions on where you go and how you take on the level, much like a Crisis or something like that. And if you win or lose some of these Strike Force missions, I think they're calling it, it's going to have an effect on your storyline, which is extremely interesting, to say the least. And your choices on how you play. You get choices on how you play. All right, so you can enter this level as kind of an Overwatch mode, a real-time strategy type of mode, where you can see everything, and that's just interesting in itself. All we've ever seen from Call of Duty is that first person, get in there and do it kind of thing. I'm really interested to see what Treyarch does with this, because I truly and always have said that Treyarch is the better developer in the Call of Duty franchise. How are they going to give this? I mean, visually, how are we going to see this battle take place in a real-time strategy Overwatch type of mode? Not to mention, then you get to decide, do I want to go take over this soldier? Do I want to take over the sniper in the back line? Do I want to take over this vehicle or the quadricopters or anything like that? You get those choices, which is really cool that they're not babysitting us in the campaign much longer. And then, it gives us more replayability. I played that level this way. Maybe I want to play it another way. That leads to more replayability. And then you get different endings, to say the least. So there's actually going to be different story endings, just like Mass Effect, just like a lot of our RPG type of games. We make decisions and we get different endings based upon that. I mean, that is fucking awesome, to say the least. Now, how they do it, that's going to be questionable, because Call of Duty's never done that before.
No,
but
I think it's personally, I think it's going to be more simple than that. But I think it's a good step in a new direction to broaden the portfolio of what a Call of Duty game can offer.
Exactly.
More
Absolutely.
than just the multiplayer, or more than just a bullshit tacked on co-op thing.
Yeah.
And it's like you get bored with the multiplayer, or you're a little frustrated with it, and you're like, whoa, maybe I'll go play the campaign. No. I'm just going to go play something else. And that's what happened to me. I'm going to go play something else. I haven't played Battlefield 3, and I haven't touched Call of Duty since.
Both of us have never even touched the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 campaign. Have you touched it?
I played the first level for about 5 minutes.
I think I played 8 minutes.
This is the most atrocious, boring fucking thing I've ever played in my life. And I'm good right now. Like, this is not the solo kind of campaign experience. I'm not gonna invest this time. This bullshit.
Who cares? I played, I think, 8 minutes of the campaign on PlayStation 3 when the PSN was down, and the whole time I was going through some of the cutscenes and then running through first little level, I was checking Twitter to see when PSN was back up. As soon as somebody said it was back up, I was like, oh, I'm going back online. Fuck this. I didn't want to play the campaign. I mean, it's just something we don't care about. And that's just that. But now, hopefully, Black Ops 2, and again, I have a little bit of faith in Treyarch and what they can do. I mean, they give us zombies, they give us other things. I have faith that they're going to bring us a fantastic campaign, and I'm kind of looking forward to it. And I think I'm actually going to go out of my way to play this campaign, to say the least.
I mean, it might turn out, to be really good, dude. And it might just increase the number of sales for Call of Duty, which is... for some people, it's hard to believe that that's even going to happen at this point. But
well, it's already breaking records
and
pre-order. I mean, what do you think? Does this interest you at all? I mean, just the facts that they're doing these types of things. Is this, in your opinion, is this a proper step in the Call of Duty franchise? Is this where they should be going?
Yeah, it's it's an intriguing aspect for first person, but the fact that it's Call of Duty just turns me off.
We all know you hate Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
and that's on the surface. But deep down inside,
in an unbiased opinion, it's a good move for Call of Duty to try to develop their first person.
Yeah,
absolutely.
At this point,
develop their single player.
they only got one act, and that act is the multiplayer. And
Yeah.
so, you know.
Well, the zombies too, right? I mean, Treyarch has those zombies,
just
and those
Call of
zombies
Duty
are
in general.
fantastic.
Yeah, like that. Their co-op versus Infinity War / Sledgehammer's co-op.
Kicks
Yeah.
their ass, bar none. So let's talk about something you're more interested in. Supposedly, now this is rumors. There's nothing really yet confirmed. Supposedly, this year's E3 next week, we're gonna see Battlefield Bad Company 3. We're gonna see that at E3. I gotta
think
say,
you're more excited than either
Yeah.
one of us.
that tickles my nutsack. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I can't be more excited because Battlefield 3, for some reason, just doesn't resonate with me like Bad Company 2 did.
It's because he's a fucking lunatic. He doesn't know what he's talking
I just
about.
I can't tell you why. I just can't get into the Battlefield 3 multiplayer. I mean, I played Battlefield 2 on PC, and it was good, right? Bad Company 2, 300 plus hours I put into multiplayer on PS3. I fucking love that game. I love the way it worked, and hopefully they're gonna bring us more Bad Company 2 in Bad Company 3. Quite frankly, from Battlefield 2 to Battlefield 3, there was a big disconnect overall from what they did basically, and hopefully they'll do the same thing, you know, in Bad Company and Bad Company 3.
Well, the way they left it in the single player and Bad Company 2,
Spoiler?
huh?
Spoiler?
Dude,
or no?
if you haven't,
Bad Company 2?
Yeah, Bad
Okay, go ahead.
When
I'm
they
sorry.
left it in Bad Company 2, I mean, the sequel looked like it should pretty much just keep on rolling.
yeah.
I'm more worried about the multiplayer, obviously.
Well, no shit.
I'm just hoping that those.
I was
those,
just letting you know that they established the fact that they would be in
Yeah. No. I'm saying I'm more interested in the multiplayer, in the fact that I want those maps that have those choke points. I want those maps that have. I mean, I think that Battlefield 3's biggest issue is the maps. I mean, that's their biggest issue. I can essentially get over some of the bullshit, some of the unbalanced, some of the unpredictability. The maps are just inconsistent overall. I mean, I feel like we had so much more fun in Bad Company 2 just because the maps, when you played a map, we just kind of had an idea of what was going on.
You know why? Because you had 300 hours on this map
Pretty much.
versus 40 hours on these sets of maps.
Me and him, we have no problem with the maps at all.
Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, dude,
You don't think the maps are just inconsistent and unbalanced?
No, bro.
I think the maps.
You're talking
are
about choke
great.
points, but the unbalancing point that you're talking about, and I know for example, is on the Grand Bazaar,
Yeah.
where they got
Alleyway.
the alleyway, and you're talking about people sitting there on resupply packs spamming fucking grenades. There's that's
The
choke
worst
point.
map in the game.
No,
There's always bad
There's
maps.
plenty
That's
of
one of
there's
the most
plenty of
epic maps
approaches.
of the game,
There's
dude.
plenty of approaches to the alleyway versus.
There's
just
only two ways to get to
straight
be
ahead.
dominant.
Bullshit.
Right there.
There's
Bullshit.
at least 5.
Yeah.
At least 5.
Anyway, I've told both of you that I'm going to give Battlefield 3 a fair shake, and I'm still yet to do that. I've given it a bit of a fair shake, and I've still got to get back into it. I'm going to give it more of a fair shake, and I've already told both of y'all that. So, moving on. The next gen console. I mean, is there anything else you wanted to say? You're laughing at me.
No, I'm just laughing at you.
You're just laughing at me.
Fucking
'cause,
BF3 troll.
So the next gen console desires. This is an interesting article I read on IGN, and I figured I'd bring it to you guys because, again, it was interesting. Survey at IGN of 62,000 gamers. I think this is a pretty formidable survey when you bring in that many people.
That's a lot of people.
Gamers weighed in. 62,000 gamers weighed in. And gamers are more excited for the Xbox and PlayStation 4, whatever you want to call it, but are far less interested in the Wii U.
Dude.
I
Duh.
didn't see that coming.
Can we see duh?
No, you know what the funny thing is that in that survey, there's almost as many people interested in a Steam console that isn't going to be made than the Wii U.
Absolutely. So, I don't remember the percentages, right? I didn't write it all down, but the percentages of people that are interested in the Xbox Durango, I guess we're going to call it, and the PS4, is in the 70 percentile.
60 and 64.
I think it's
Was it
almost
60?
official
60
that
for the
it's
Xbox,
720.
64 for
Okay,
the
so 65% on average, a decent average, of people were interested
It's more
in
like
the
63.
next-gen consoles. And it was in the 30s, huh?
40 for the Wii U.
40% of people are interested in the Wii U, which is a pretty big disconnect. And about 38% of people...
34.
34. What do you have, a photographic
fucking Rain
memory?
Man over here with
God
these numbers.
damn. All right, so about 35% of people were interested in a Valve console, which has already been confirmed by Valve that it's not going to happen. They're not making a console. But still, almost as many people are interested in a Wii console as are interested in a potential Valve console, which already isn't going to happen. And a small percentage of people are interested in a console from Apple, which I'm more interested in a console from Apple than I am from Wii or Valve. I would love to see a console from Apple. I wouldn't want to pay for a console from Apple, but I would love to see it.
At first, or not at first, but recently was that Valve and Apple
We're working together.
Combined system.
That was a rumor.
Yeah, that was that was the rumor.
And both shot it down.
Yeah, like Nintendo, dude. Like you keep pumping fucking Mario and
Sonic.
Zelda and Sonic, and like you scooped up Sega. Now you got them on your shit. You scooped up the dead company to broaden your horizons. Stop it.
Valve.
Yeah, like I don't want to pick up your big bulky ass fucking Game Boy to control my Wii U. Like I don't want to do that.
Bulky ass Game Boy with triggers, huh?
Like it's bigger than the original Game Boy. Like the advances in technology that we have seen is that technology gets smaller. Your controller is like fucking enormous.
It's an iPad with triggers, basically.
It is pretty much, yeah. Like you want to stick to mobile gaming, stick to mobile
There's
gaming.
also, I didn't put it on here, and I don't think we talked about it before, but there's also a rumor out there that they may scrap that whole controller.
That would probably be a good direction for them.
The whole good direction for them is just to go the Sega route and stop developing consoles.
No, they're just going to bring out a Wii controller that looks like as long as a fishing pole. It's going to be fucking stupid.
Wow. That's a big-ass controller. So another question that the IGN survey asked gamers was, would you pay $300 to $400 for your console? $300 to $400 doesn't seem like all that much to me.
No, that sounds like a typical price for a console.
Xbox 720, 33% of, and I wrote these down, 33% of people said yes, they would pay.
It was 82.5.
33%, that's not a big number. For the PlayStation, 35% of people said they would pay $300 to $400 for the next-gen console. 13% say they for Wii U say they would pay $300 to $400.
You know what? You better. I'm gonna pay $50 for your game and throw in the Wii U for free. That should be the deal with the Wii. But
12% of people said they would pay $300 to $400 for the Valve console and the Valve potential console that's not coming out. And 8% of people said they would pay for the Apple console.
Are you kidding me? Apple could charge $600 for that bitch, and you would pay it without
$1,000.
You'd have 8 million sold in a day.
They'd be like, "What? Fucking Apple's releasing a
There
console?"
would be people camping outside of Best Buy.
The 80-year-old fucking business executive would buy that bitch just because it had Apple.
Yeah, because it says Apple.
It doesn't matter
Apple,
the
I
price.
want it. Give me two.
Absolutely.
Like, I mean, that's just fucking stupid. But I think a majority of these people are thinking, oh, if I click no, then Microsoft and Sony's going to sell that shit for cheaper. It's not going to work that way.
$300 or $400. The only way that you're going to see $300 to $400 on the next gen console is with this subscription plan.
Subscription plan,
with
2
this
or
little
3
thing.
years down the road after it's released.
Yeah.
You know?
So Microsoft is kind of laying down the framework for this, right? They're laying down the framework right now. They're releasing their console for $99. We talked about it last week. 2-year subscription, $15 a month with your Xbox Live membership. The only way you're going to see a $300 to $400 Xbox 720 or whatever it's going to be called is if you sign into one of these contracts, just like a mobile phone.
And that sucks, kind of, because you're paying double almost for your Xbox Live Gold subscription per month.
Absolutely.
So,
but, it's a cheaper entry fee.
Entry fee.
My prediction is, right, you're going to see 2 different Xboxes come out. You're going to see the Xbox 720 with 1 terabyte. You're going to see the Xbox 720 with 500 gigabytes. One's going to be $299. One's going to be $399. You're going to have $100 difference, and There's both of these two consoles, right? If you pay full price, one's going to be $600, one's going to be $700, and with the $299 and $399 bundles, you're going to have to pay the $15 or even $20 a month for your Xbox Live membership. I mean, it's going to be something along those lines.
I like me personally, I would pay full price for the console and then move on, because you're thinking of a 7 to 8, maybe even 10-year console lifespan that you're going to be paying double.
Well,
this
you don't have to lock
subscription.
yourself into the double online subscription. After 2 years, you can cancel and then renew at the regular price that a person who paid full price.
Is that what they're going to offer you, or are they going to be like, you got to renew at this price?
No, I don't think so. I think
know.
once you fulfill your contract,
it's not like
once you
you're
fulfill
going
your
to repo your
contract,
Xbox after you got your
Well,
contract.
yeah,
once you
I don't want to
fulfill-
renew it. Give me your Xbox.
But then you can't play online, though. That's the fucked up thing.
Once
you
you
can go look at all your buddies online, but you can't fucking play with
It's
them.
not going to be like that. Once you fulfill your contract of maybe 2 years, Xbox Live Gold membership at whatever price they charge, that's going to be your contract. Once that's over with, once you fulfill that contract, then you'll have the opportunity to renew at a different price, at a lower price, and then hold that out to the end of the console's life cycle. And I think that's going to be a good way to go, because a lot of people won't be able to afford $600-$700 consoles. They may be able to swing $200 or $300.
Yeah.
And that's an entry fee. And maybe people could say, here's my credit card number. It's just going to disappear, and I won't even notice it each month.
And then when
You've done that in the past.
Yeah, but then when, like, say some people get locked into that contract, and then they're like, okay, well, you know what? I don't have this much in the bank yet. And then Microsoft's like, we're going to hit you with double that.
We're going to pull it out twice.
This is Microsoft we're talking about.
It's like, what? You missed your payment. Early cancellation. This is going to cost you
NSF
the
fee.
remaining
Bam, bam.
amount. Like, fuck it. Goddamn. Like, are you kidding me right now?
There's a high potential that there's going to be there already is cancellation fees, right? If you cancel your Xbox Live, I mean, just for this Xbox, if you cancel it, there's a prorated fee on how many months you had your gold membership and things like that. Obviously, that's going to be the case in the next gen console. But a quick note on the survey is the least sought after feature for the next generation consoles is motion controls.
Well, no shit.
Now, this is among the hardcore gamers. Now, you have to take into consideration, the only people reading the IGN is the hardcore gamers. The hardcore gamers' least sought-after feature is Connect and Move, basically.
No.
Connect and Move and Wii Motion, whatever. We just want to sit and play our motherfucking video games and let us do it. But, of course, there's going to be Connect 2.0, whatever comes out with the Xbox. I have no idea what PlayStation is going to do with motion controls. They're probably going to connect. They're probably going to buy Nintendo.
No, they can't afford it.
They're probably going to take their PlayStation Eye and do something Connect-like with it, because their PlayStation their Nintendo endeavor failed. Now they're going to copy off of what Microsoft did, and it's probably going to fail too.
Well, it's funny because Microsoft started off copying off of PlayStation, while PlayStation was trying to copy off Nintendo. And Microsoft was like, you have the technology, but you're not using it, so fuck you, here we go.
Yeah, most definitely.
And it's just funny to watch the whole thing play out right now, you know?
Absolutely. So, one of the biggest things I'm most interested in for E3 this year is what Respawn Entertainment from EA is going to give us at this year's E3. Respawn Entertainment is the guys who created Modern Warfare.
Yep.
Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, and Modern Warfare 2. These are the guys who created all the ideas. Now, we've said in the past, Treyarch's the better developer. Infinity Ward's has all the ideas that kind of make Call of Duty what it is, and then Treyarch takes those ideas and puts them in the game in a better fashion. That's kind of what we've gone on with, right? You agree?
Yeah.
Now, Respawn Entertainment with EA and having DICE on their side, kind of having the Frostbite engine. Thank you, sir. On their side, I think that their ideas are going to be put to better use, and the Respawn is going to bring us something at this year's E3 that is going to blow us away. I think they're being really tight-lipped about it. Now, I have to credit them for that. I mean, most companies can't. I mean, some kind of leak comes out.
That would be super awesome if they was on Bad Company 3.
No, they're going to be on
No, they're going to do their own thing. No, they're going to do their own thing. I guarantee you that Respawn Entertainment's going to do their own thing, and it's going to be a Call of Duty battle. It's going to be in
Call
battle
of
with
Battle.
Call of
Battle
Call of
of
Battle.
Duty.
Call of Honor.
Call of Honor Field 3.
Call of Battle Honor 3.
Of course, it's going to be a first-person shooter. Obviously, that's what they're good at. I'm interested in see what they bring to the table because obviously there's this big battle going on between Battlefield, Bad Company 3, Black Ops 2, and whatever Respawn and Halo and whatever Bungie's doing. I mean, we got 5 big developers in the first-person shooter race this year.
Yeah.
It's going to be big, baby. It's going to be huge to see what they bring to the table, and I'm just super excited about that. I mean, I can't believe they're being this tight-lipped about it. I got to say, they're going to bring something at E3. There's no way. I mean, even though we haven't heard anything about it, they got to bring something to E3. Got to. That's EA's big release. I mean, besides their Bad Company 3, what is Respawn Entertainment doing?
We've been asking that since EA picked them
what
up.
Is
what are they doing right now?
We don't know. They haven't released anything.
I don't know.
So I'm excited.
Court settled. Let's see what you got. Come on.
Other thing that we're going to see at this year's E3 is the Unreal 4 engine.
Yeah, it looks really pretty.
Yeah.
So we saw some screenshots
Let's just
about
see
this.
when it starts moving.
Yeah.
We saw some screenshots on this, and it was quite fantastic. And, there's going to be a full demo at this year's E3, and I can't wait to see it. I'm just excited for it. I just wanted to bring it up because I'm excited for it. So, anyway, is that all we have for this week? Is that everything? Is that all the
no.
news? So,
E3, I can't wait to see fucking Skyrim DLC, Dawn Guard. That shit's gonna be fucking epic, bro.
it probably is going to be epic. I mean, anything Skyrim is probably going to be fantastic. Unfortunately, I'm not interested in fantasy.
I was about to ask, have you played Skyrim yet?
No, but I do understand that what they do is fantastic. I do appreciate what they do. So
Bethesda
nonetheless,
is a great fucking developer.
Yes, they are.
absolutely, I have to agree with that. Just based off of what I've seen, right? I haven't played their games, but I know that they're a great developer, a respected and trusted developer in this in the gaming community, right?
Mm-hmm.
So nonetheless, anything else you have to add?
Negative.
That's it for episode 38 of Startup X Gaming News Podcast. I'm Six Sensei. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Lawless.
No problem.
Thank you, Psycho.
Anytime.
And we're out. Peace.